Today, we're taking a look at 4 of the best cases you can get for the Z Flip4 to ensure you get it protected from day one. Let's start things off with the official Samsung leather flap case. Now, this essentially aims to keep your phone protected when it's opened and closed. This is thanks to the extra length of leather, which covers the hinge when the phone is closed. This is a really nice touch, as you don't want this part of the phone getting damaged at all. The flap has a little metal end to stop it coming out, which is a nice premium touch. Then the leather on the actual case is nice and soft, but not to the point where it's going to get all scratched up when you just put it in and out of your bag. Around the outside of the screen, there is a nice lip to protect it and the cameras. However, when you open the case, there is not much of a lip around the screen. However, it will still raise it off a flat surface. The fingerprint reader has a nice large cutout with a beveled edge, which means putting your thumb or finger on it is easy and painless. The volume rocker is nice and clicky thanks to it being made out of plastic. Now, they've not just thrown any colour plastic on there though, as the colour matches the case pretty well, just with an added little bit of shine. On the back section, you can see there's a nice embossed Samsung logo. This won't fade as it's actually in the leather. Overall, a lovely case and a nice idea to keep the hinge protected. The case is available in Serene purple, which we have here, black and a lovely peach colour too. Next up, we have Ringke's slim case in black, although they do also have a clear version of this case. As soon as you put this on the phone, you notice how thin it is. It almost adds nothing to the phone. It also has this lovely matte finish and feels incredible in the hands. It's so smooth and honestly feels nicer with the case on than off. Bear in mind though that fingerprints and smudges do show up a little easier on the matte finish. Moving to the outside of the phone, you'll notice a nice large cutout for the fingerprint sensor. This means the fingerprint reader is still nice and easy to access. The volume rocker has been covered up, however there's slits either side of the buttons and they're nice and flexible and very clicky still. Ringke have also added 3 dots to the volume up button, which means you'll always know which one you're pressing. Handy as they do move around when the phone is closed, obviously. On the bottom section of the case, you'll also see somewhere you can add a lanyard or wrist strap to. This means if you're someone that does drop your phone, you can have an extra bit of security. However, if you're someone that does drop their phone a lot, this case might not be for you, as all the reasons this is a nice, thin case also make it not the most protected case. There's not much material in between the phone and the outside. This means if it did fall from a good height, there would not be a lot of protection here. Overall, a fantastic case if you're someone that looks after your phone and don't often drop it. The next case we have was my favourite case from last year, Samsung's Silicone strap case. Now, if you've seen this case last year, you'll instantly see the new colour. This one we have here is in black and green. They also have a white one with an orange strap. The case is made from a high quality silicone. It's grippy, but not to the point where it feels sticky. There is a cutout for the fingerprint reader, and I sort of wish there was cutouts for the volume buttons as well, as they're just moulded into the case. However, they're still fairly clicky. At the bottom of the strap is this nice ring, which you could in theory attach things to. However, I don't believe it's actually that useful for attaching keys, as they will possibly scratch the phone. Thankfully, the strap does have a use when it's closed. It's fairly tight on the phone, so you can't really get your finger under it, so it adds a tiny little bit of protection to the spine of the phone. This should help stop scratches, but it does not span the whole width of the spine. When you flip open the phone though, the strap is loose, to the point where you can use it for support for holding the phone. Simply slide your fingers underneath, then you'll find it a lot harder to drop the phone. Inside of the case, you will actually find some adhesive to stick each side of the case to the Z Flip4 to ensure it does not slip out when you're using it or accidentally drop it. Around the outside of the screen, there is a nice lip to protect it and the cameras. However, when the case is open, the lip is a little bit smaller around the inside screen. Overall though, I think this is one of the best cases you can get for the Z Flip 4, which isn't normally the case with official cases. The last case we have is included as it's probably going to be the best case to have on your Flip 4 if you're worried about the spine. This is Olixar's black camera protector case. It not only has some fantastic protection for the whole phone, but also aims to protect your privacy as well. This is thanks to this sliding cover that covers the outside of the screen and cameras. This not only provides privacy protection, but also protection to these components. You can simply slide the cover up and down and click it into place. This will stop it moving around. You can also see that it's a really protective case, thanks to this spine cover. This aims to stop any damage to the phone's spine if it's dropped. This is great as it's probably going to be the weakest part of the phone. The only drawback is that when the phone is opened, it won't actually lay completely flat on the desk. However, it will still work in desktop mode. Moving to the sides of the phone, you can see that the protection element is a focus on the whole case, with a great amount of material in the way of the edges of the phone and a decent lip on the inside screen. Looking at the buttons of the case, you can see there's just one large cutout on the side. This allows easy access to the fingerprint reader and volume rocker, and it's personally what I find to be the best approach, as there's nothing in the way of you and the buttons. Overall, this is definitely the most protected case we have here today. However, probably not the best looking in my opinion. So there you go, 4 of the best cases you can get right now for the Flip 4. To buy any of these cases or to check out the rest of the range, head over to the links in the description below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please drop us a like and subscribe.